Alright, as requested, I'm going to do a quick treehouse build tutorial. So this would be one of the swamp trees. Specifically, it's the one that doesn't look like an octopus on a stick. I mean, I don't have a good name for what this is, but the other one's really crazy curly. I'll have to come up with a separate build for that. But for this one, I'm going to show you the basics. Now, there's not a base build here. It's more like a, this is how you build a base in the tree. What that base is based on how much luck you get, plus whatever skill you got. Now, you need 3 ladders for this, 2 for the build, but the 3rd ladder is how you get in and out of your base once you're up in the tree. So those 2, by the way, I didn't point this out. When you walk up to the tree, what you're looking for is 3 branches left, 1 right, and there's this sort of bulge or knob that pokes out, 1 there, another one deliberately poking out like this so that when you jump off of it, you've got something to stand on. Because then you're going to jump up here a couple times, and up here, and now, whoa, you can get into the tree proper. So, what we're trying to do is this angle right down these 3 twisted branches is the most buildable section of the tree. There's a skinny version right here where you can put a line of triangles down, and then out here you can actually put a hex down. The hard part, the virtually impossible part as far as I can find, is putting the line of triangle foundations with the hex attached, because this is such a weird organic build. So I'm going to show you the 2 techniques I've had the most luck with in getting a 4 to 7 foundation base. One is right here where we're trying to again align the nearest face to us with that angle of the tree. Now you might go up there and get a proper angle and do some math. You might just eyeball it, but this is pretty close. Now, sometimes if you're lucky, you'll be able to build one here, but this right now is already where that 3rd ladder comes into play, because we have no way up here without it. And also, if you're building this out of twig at this point, you might want to be a little cautious. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, nope, that was good. Oh, no. Poop. Oh. Yeah, that one doesn't count. The floating one out here is kind of whatever because it's not attached to your base. But you can build out there. Now you'll notice I'm doing a lot of looking down and up because that happens in this treehouse build a lot. So I wouldn't call this spectacular, but it's 4 foundations. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 foundations. It's definitely not the best. But you can get something similar to this, usually a few more, keeping in mind this is not some, like I said, this isn't like you're building some super awesome, amazing, hard to raid base. You're building something that's definitely a novelty. So the next trick is this little nook or corner of this tree branch. You can put a small box on it, and that small box allows you to get the right side of your triangle kind of in line with the angle you're going for. And I think this is too low. Oh, no. Get rid of the box. Ooh, ooh, what? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so I said I thought that was too low. I was obviously wrong. Ooh. Man, this was really good. I'm glad I got this on video because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 triangles is a really good one. And once again, there is your required access to the base. So the rest of this base build, the way I typically do it, this gets an immediate double door for a garage door, I would hope. Everything else, you're gonna do half walls. You gotta keep in mind this base, it's all about stability, and these give you the most stability for this part of the build, where you're just trying to expand your footprint. Oh, that's interesting. Something tells me this one's useless. Oh, 10%. You can actually build on that. All right. But yeah, this is basically the footprint that you're working with. You can put another one here. You might get away with one there if you wanted to. Yeah, sadly you can't do that one. But you get the idea. You've got a little way in. If you're planning on keeping this, I cannot recommend enough. Every foundation needs to be high qual. These floors probably need to get high quality eventually. And you are going to want every shotgun, flame turret, and auto turret you can get your hands on for this build. And now, like I pointed out, I had no idea the shape of this base before I put it up here in the tree right now. You can build it up 2, 3, 4 floors pretty easily. On the 3rd floor or 2.5 floors up, somewhere in there, you're going to start narrowing the base because you're losing stability. So another tip, obviously, for extra stability is just going to be the row of door frames down the middle. This will allow you to carry your stability up a lot higher. And you could even get a little silly if you want to get really crazy. But yeah, eventually you could put a windmill on top of this, no problems. You'll be able to get that a few floors up. It's just a really fun base design. My favorite is putting a helipad up top. Can they call you a roof camper if you're standing on a tree branch sniping people? I don't know if they can. I'm not on a roof. It's just a fun base build, and the biggest trick, like I said, is getting this line of triangles. This was a bit exceptional. Don't just be happy if you can get 5 in a row, unless you really feel like putting in the effort. Trust me, smashing foundations gets old in a hurry. And another one, actually I'm just going to fly for this, that I've noticed is you often end up with something like that in the middle of your base. That's, I mean, I did it on purpose, but having a multi-height row of foundations is actually not unusual. So be prepared to incorporate this into your base as well. I mean, these make great jump ups, and because they offset your base, this sort of becomes a natural elevator up. But yeah, hopefully that will get you guys what you need to get started on your own crazy ass treehouse builds. One of the best things about living in the swamp, you get to eat whatever kind of victuals you like. Drink up that good old healthy swamp water, get it in your belly. And then you got to make your way home. Just because you dwell in the swamp don't mean you can't live in the sky. It also don't mean you're the world's greatest pilot. So yeah, this is the one I've done currently on a live server. And as I mentioned, they're all different because you tend to end up with different foundation plans. And, you know, have some fun with it. It's supposed to be a little silly. It's a swamp treehouse. Plenty of storage, actually I've got extra room in this base. But again, the weirdness of the tree and the foundation is where you're going to end up with your strange, you know, every base, like I said, is going to be a little different. Hey, like this, the snowmobile in the swamp is definitely important. I haven't compounded it in yet, but that's one of the plans. The sign is just to help catch you from going over this edge. The lantern is another step you can use to help you not fall down. Both of those are helpful, but it's really not too bad getting in and out. It's a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. So yeah, there you guys go. Oh yeah, TC's over here. Oh, I don't want to. Oh no, I fell down. Well, that's definitely the end of the video. There's no getting out of this. Have a good one.